And I think I go back to the educational piece and being a student of the business. You know, and the values that were instilled in me as I was coming up. You know, you think about mentors and people, and I thought back to my 520 experience, and then being asked to come back as a coach and instructor. Rick Gale, those the people that'll see this that knew Rick, kind of a gruff on the outside, you know, barky kind of guy at 520 as a lead instructor. But in the years after that, I really learned a lot from him about decision making and making those tough decisions and looking for the right ridge and not necessarily the next ridge, those whole concepts that came along. But I think being a student of the business and practicing. I used to ask when I was a field battalion chief and then as a deputy chief operations for the county, I'd ask my battalion chiefs, what incident in your battalion causes you, to lose sleep at night or makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up? That CNN moment, what incident might you have and what are you doing to think about it? How are you practicing? So I used to challenge my people to do the what if game. We're driving along and I'd take them out for a ride and we'd just stop at the base of a canyon somewhere. And I said, you roll up, you got fire on both sides of the canyon, being pushed by a frontal system. What are you thinking about? What's your first action? What's your second action? How would you organize? So that whole concept of what ifs, what if this, what if that, and practice. And again, getting into leadership. What do leaders do? And leaders don't always get to make easy decisions. Leaders are looked upon many times to make that hard decision that other people don't want to make. But how do we delegate? How do we move things through? And I used to teach incident command system to non-fire people, mainly the oil industry for pipeline spills and that kind of stuff. And we talked about DDF, divide, delegate, follow up. You divide your incident manageable pieces, delegate somebody to manage each piece, and then you follow up, make sure they're doing what you want them to do. But that whole concept of feedback as a leader and understanding your role and allowing your people that work for you to make those decisions so they don't always have to keep coming to you to make those decisions. It's empowerment. I was very fortunate in my career. I was empowered by some really great people to do some great and wonderful things, and that really enhanced my career.